Welcome into, I guess this is episode 21, the season finale of season 6 of The Butcher versus the Dance Instructor, presented by LB's Meat Market. I'm Neal McCready, joined as always by Greg Jones, LB's Meat Market, right here in Oxford, 2008 University Avenue in Oxford. We'll talk about LB's a lot here in just a moment. And we're joined by Caroline McCready. They're in Fayetteville, Arkansas, getting to work from home today. She's had quite a week. We were just discussing right before we started the fact that the last time we got together was a couple of weeks ago on a Saturday morning. It was the day before the AFC and NFC championship games, and two games that I didn't get to see any of because we had no power because the ice storm came through here that night. Caroline got snow in northwest Arkansas. Greg and I got nothing but ice. It was like, Santa Claus, you always, as a kid, they threaten you. Hey, if Santa Claus is coming if you're good, but you get ashes and switches if you're bad. We got the winter equivalent of ashes and switches here in Oxford. You got a tree full of goodies, Caroline. We did not. We apparently were bad boys here in Oxford because we got nothing but ashes, switches in the form of about an inch plus of ice. Some in the county 2 weeks later still don't have power. Crazy.
Yeah, my mom still doesn't have power. She's in Harmontown, so they just cleared the road 2 or 3 days ago to get to her house. So, but yeah, it's been crazy. Ice storms do not play. I would much rather a snow, -1 and snow. I mean, I've got friends in Lexington, and their weather's just been terrible. They haven't gotten over 30, I think, in a hot minute. So they've got ice and all sorts of stuff. So do not wish an ice storm on nobody.
You know, it's funny. I was supposed to go to Lexington that weekend. If you think back to that morning, Ole Miss was playing basketball at Kentucky that day, and I was originally planning to go. And had I gone, I think it would have been at least 5 days and maybe as many as 7 before I would have gotten home. Isn't that crazy?
I was in Memphis, and I didn't even get back to LB's until this Tuesday.
Oh gosh!
Or this Monday. Yeah, this Monday.
How is all your frozen stuff?
Yeah, so we got lucky. We only lost power for about 7 hours on Sunday. I don't know if we were on the right grid or what. I know a lot of people that were on the hospital grid never lost power in Oxford, but it's just the luck of the draw, I guess, where you are.
Yeah, for sure. We got ours back like 2.5 days, 60 something hours. I look back on it, and even at the time when it came back, I was like, we're blessed. We never lost water. We only lost power for literally less than 3 days, 2.5 days, whatever. You can't complain about that compared to how bad a lot of people got it. Now it might be June before all these trees that are cut up all over the neighborhood are cleared out of here.
Yeah, have you seen all the trucks? Like, they've got a rotation going. They literally are breaking down the trucks at Holly Springs. No, Abbeville, right behind the 76. They literally have like tree mulchers that are lined up, and they just line those trucks up and just mulching all those trees. It's crazy, though.
Oh, that is
a lot of trees are down.
Yeah, a lot of trees. I saw some trees in Oxmoor, which is a neighborhood near us, that were getting mulched up yesterday. It was quite the scene. They haven't gotten to our neighborhood yet. They will. It just and when they do, they've got a lot in front of them because it's all over the neighborhood. We got hit. Yeah.
Yeah, that neighborhood, whenever you're coming in on 7, right there on the Sisk Avenue, exit on the right, there are tons of trees that are down.
Yeah. Yeah, the more established, 50 to 100-year-old neighborhoods, man, they got just walloped. Woodland Hills, for example, just walloped.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Those big trees, those trees, they just, that ice was so thick and heavy on the tops of them that it snaps them, and then they fall down on the lines, because those are older neighborhoods where the lines aren't underground lines. Our neighborhood is underground lines because it's newer, but Yeah, they're just now getting kind of going.
Yeah, South Lamar with all those old trees that hanging, and that
Mhm.
Buchanan, South 16th, South 18th, all those areas. Yeah, it looks terrible, but they're working on it slowly but surely.
LB's Meat Market, 2008, University Avenue in Oxford. Stop by this weekend. Ole Miss basketball out of town. The Super Bowl, of course. We'll talk about that momentarily. It's the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks in Super Bowl LX, playing for the Lombardi Trophy. So if you're hanging out, you're watching the game, doing some grilling, getting ready before the game to make some goodies and stuff, make LB's part of your weekend. Stop by or call. You can text 662-259-2999. Text Greg what you're looking for, how much you want, when you want to pick it up, and you get 10% off your order just for sending a text. If you don't want to text, if you'd rather call, you can do that. Same number, 662-259-2999. And obviously, if you just want to stop in and window browse and get what looks good, you can do that as well. 2008 University Avenue, all the freshest cuts of beef, pork, chicken, house-made sausage, the bacon-wrapped jalapenos, the bacon-wrapped asparagus, green beans.
We got a lot of seafood. We got a lot of seafood this weekend. We got fresh redfish, red snapper, scallops, shrimp, and salmon, of course. So we got a bunch of seafood this weekend.
Awesome. So all of that there at LB's Meat Market in Oxford. Caroline, I know you guys got about a foot of snow? I guess that got cleared out.
Yeah, I would say a foot or so. It's still on the ground. Some of it is, but it's going to warm up this weekend.
But they've had it up there, so they're prepared. So they've got like winterizer and stuff like that, probably, right? Because it gets cold normally.
Yeah. And like all of the parking lots and stuff were all shoveled up. I mean, I didn't go anywhere for like 3 days or so, but then when I got out, it was totally fine. I mean, the interstate was totally clear.
But you know what happened here, though? What happened here compared to there in Northwest Arkansas? Because I was in Northwest Arkansas that Friday morning to come home, and they were out preparing the roads. But Mississippi was too. The difference was there they got snow, which but when the weather arrives, the snow lands on top of the winterized roads. So it's easier to plow them.
Yeah, and I think you need to treat it like you don't just need to do one little coating, but I think it needs to be treated, kind of on a regular basis, not just like throw some salt out there, like, all right, we're good,
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, what we got in Mississippi was a rain that washed a lot of that treatment away. Now, if they made a mistake, hindsight being 2020, it's that you probably should have had the trucks out while it was happening, just laying it down. But we got the rain that sort of washed the treatment away, and then the rain iced, and you can't plow ice.
Yeah.
No. I mean, and then we had sleet. There was like a whole solid day of nothing but sleet, I think, also. So that's totally different from snow, also. So
you're
pretty wild. But
from a preparation standpoint, you're better off getting. You're better off getting a foot and a half of snow than you are an inch.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even close.
Our snow was like powdery.
The magnolia leaf was covered in ice, and it literally was like, the magnolia leaf was like that thick. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah, it's what struck me the next morning when we had to cut down all of our river birch trees out front. They were snapped in half. They were done. And what struck me was the leaves on the ice on each leaf was at least a half-inch thick, probably thicker than that, on every single one. And you just kind of did that in your mind. You're like, all right, how many thousands of leaves are there? Which means there's how much weight in ice. And you think about like all over, and you're like, oh man, this is bad. Like that morning we're out doing it, and off behind us, Caroline, behind the house, where all those trees are, you would hear them go pow, and then you'd hear this thud.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's serious when the library's closed for 2 days.
That's true. All right, you guys want to start with Super Bowl, or you want to start with food?
We can do Super Bowl.
Anything but ice. Anything but the ice storm.
Okay. Well, we'll start with the game. It's Super Bowl LX. The Seattle Seahawks are a 4.5-point favorite over the New England Patriots 2 weeks ago when we made those picks. By the way, Greg, you went 1-1 on Championship Sunday. Caroline, you went 2-0. You got both games right. You are 94-70. You are going to finish the season at least 23 games over 500, which is a remarkable accomplishment. Greg, I don't have your record right in front of me. It's a little under 500.
Yeah, that's fine. We didn't need to announce it. I mean, it's okay.
You have one of those years.
Maybe we can get her her picks on what color Gatorade is going to be poured on the coach, heads or tails. I mean, if she's, I mean, I think we just need to ride every prop bet she says to go with.
All right, let's try it real quick, Caroline. Will the coin toss? This won't count against your record, so don't worry. Will the coin toss? Will it be heads or tails?
I'll go with tails.
Tails is on a roll. I read a story about that today in The Athletic. Tails is on a roll in the Super Bowl. The winning coach, Caroline, will have Gatorade dumped on him. What color do you think that Gatorade will be? People do bet literal money on this.
For sure.
Blue.
That's one of my favorite bets. I love it.
Oh. It's going to be blue.
Blue Gatorade, which is a solid bet because both teams have blue on their uniforms. Different
and
blue,
the chances are more likely because there are two different colors of blue that Gatorade has. They have the lighter blue and they have the darker blue.
That is true. The Seahawk light
But was that considered purple? That's considered purple.
No. There's the dark blue, there's the cool blue, and then there's Glacier Freeze. Glacier Freeze is light blue, and cool blue is dark blue.
Yeah. Glacier Freeze is kind of like the powder blue, sort of like not as powder blue as like the Ole Miss uniform, but powder blue. And then the other one is more of a royal blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Glacier
Freeze. I think what other good bets. The over and under on the national anthem. That's always a good bet.
Who's doing the national anthem?
Let me Google it.
I don't know.
I know that the halftime show is Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
Bad Bunny. And then
Charlie Puth
doing one in Nashville, right? Don't they have an alternate Super Bowl halftime show in Nashville?
Oh, yeah. Like the Turning Point people are doing something with Kid Rock.
Oh.
Is that right?
I saw that.
I don't know.
All right. Caroline, who did you say is doing the national anthem?
Charlie Puth is doing the national anthem. Brandi Carlile, but she's really good. She's doing America the Beautiful. Coco Jones? Who is that?
I don't know. I mean, if you don't know, I've got no chance of knowing.
Yeah,
Coco
I've got no idea.
Is doing
the flute or
Lift
something?
Every Voice and Sing. I think Coco Jones is a girl. Oh.
See what the over and under is. I think it's like
Coco
Jones
is like
and a half.
Coco Jones is a Disney Channel star, but I guess now she's a singer. But I did not know that.
Oh, good.
I just know her from Disney Channel.
Yeah, see what the over and under is on the national anthem. But yeah, supposedly that some people it leaks out and they're like, it's going to definitely be over. But it's like the most leaked prop bet of all time because there's so many people that post that they do it like pre-done.
The over and under is 120.5 seconds.
Okay, so
barely over 2 minutes.
A minute 40.5 seconds.
That's a lot. I mean, it depends on if there's a piano involved.
120.5 is 2.
Oh, you're right.
minutes.
I'm sorry. I was thinking 100.5. I went to ULM, Caroline. We don't count.
Yeah, isn't that a minute and a half?
I think it's gonna be under that.
Is there a piano involved? Because usually the piano can draw it out for 10 or 15 seconds. You gotta do some research on the instruments because it's a pretty you got guitar. If there's a guitar involved, he likes to probably milk a couple chords for at least 5 to 10 seconds. It's a really good bet to handicap. Honestly,
I think he is going to use the piano.
RJ White with CBS is projecting the under on the national anthem. He says Puth shared a video of him playing the national anthem on a keyboard
Yes.
YouTube 5 years ago. He goes, I don't know what to
There we
take away from that. He recently said that he plans to have a bit of a jazzy feel to his rendition, which he claimed
There you
all
go.
came together in his head clearly. He says, while he feels pressure to prove himself as a vocalist with this performance, RJ is going to lean on the under.
What about the flyover? Is there a flyover? Because that you know, you
This
can have
says Charlie Puth, the one on YouTube with the keyboard is 1 minute and 1 second. And the shortest national anthem was 1 minute and 27 seconds. And she lost.
Sometimes they gotta do. You know, the flyby is a big deal. You know, if you have the helicopters, you know, you
and
gotta
this is
be hitting that right note at the right time. I mean,
and this is an outdoor stadium, so we might have some of that. I'm sure we will.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it would be a fun bet to handicap.
Do either of you have strong thoughts on Bad Bunny? I'm not sure I've ever heard Bad Bunny.
I don't.
I've
I mean,
never heard of Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny is a Latin singer, I think is what you'd consider him. And so I used to listen to him whenever I was in Spanish class because it was learning, you know, I had to listen.
Well, I can see how it helps out your Spanish for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was always told is to listen to Spanish music. And so I did, but I don't understand why. I just think there are better choices than Bad Bunny, unfortunately.
I think that's how John Rahm learned English was rap. When he came over from States, he went to Arizona State, and I think he literally told everybody I learned English through rap. So
that's funny.
Good way to do it.
I mean, I guess you know.
Bad Bunny will probably be good though. I mean, I don't know. I think that sometimes the choices are questionable. Like Kendrick Lamar ended up doing a great job, but I don't think that anyone understood what was going on the whole time. Kendrick Lamar last year.
Oh, I vaguely remember.
It was just weird. And I don't remember who was the year before him. Who was the year before him? Super Bowl halftime shows. All right.
Oh, The Weeknd. Wasn't there?
2024 was Usher. Okay. And I love it.
Oh, yeah.
And he had all those special guests. Like he had Alicia Keys. And then in 2023 was Rihanna. And that one was probably the best one ever, whenever she announced she was pregnant. But The Weeknd was in 2021. Eminem was in 2022.
Which one was that had Serena Williams dancing? And was that had to be, because that was one of the exes that wasn't that Drake's ex, Serena Williams? Wasn't that a diss on him?
I have no idea. I think that the best halftime show ever was 2016 Coldplay, Beyonce, and Bruno Mars. That is so good.
That was really good. What year did Prince do the halftime show?
Yeah, that was good.
Prince was 2007.
That was badass.
Wow.
19 years ago.
Man.
Prince was...
Man, my back just started hurting realizing that was 19 years ago. Wow.
Michael Jackson, Heal the World was 1993.
When was Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake?
2004.
2004.
Oh, and they also had P. Diddy in there.
Oh.
Did you know that?
Oh.
No Diddy.
No.
Nope.
I used to love the Bud Bowl. I used to wait for the Bud Bowl. I feel just the bottles, playing football, and they're oh, it's halftime, and Bud Light's up by a touchdown. See if Budweiser can make a amount of come. I'm like, man, I can't wait for the commercials and now it's, I don't know. I will say Budweiser with the horses, really good.
I'm sorry. My favorite part of the Super Bowl, and I guess this is because I work in marketing, is the ads. I love the ads. And people pay millions of dollars for that advertisement for a few seconds on the screen.
Crazy.
I've seen the ad for I think it's Budweiser. It has
with the horses.
The horse and the eagle, the stranded baby eagle that learns how to fly by riding the horse. And
yeah, how American can that be?
It's really powerful, though. It works. You watch it, and you're like, hell yeah. I had a really patriotic American week this week because I watched Miracle, The Boys of 80. on Netflix about the U.S. hockey team from 1980 and sat in my room downstairs as it ended, just tears streaming down my face. And it was like profoundly American, you know. It was like, and to me, that's the thing about the Super Bowl is like, I don't care about these two teams. This is probably, as from an interest standpoint for just individually me, this is probably as bad a matchup as you could find. Like, there's no storyline in it that's remotely compelling to me. I don't care any. And it's just me and Laura. There's nobody else. No one's coming over. We're going to we actually talked this morning about, are we going to cook anything? And we're probably going to, because we just will. But she doesn't care about the game. So, and neither of us know anything about Bad Bunny. So we're probably not getting into the halftime show because. So there's not a hell of a lot in it for us, but it's still, to me, I believe this should be an American holiday. I think the Monday after the Super Bowl should be an American holiday, an American day of recovery.
That would be awesome.
It seems like because the football season's done, there's no more football. It's just like, hey, this is the last ride, y'all. Better get on it. Get your dips out and your chicken wing favorite recipe, and bring it all out because it's time to shine.
I scheduled dance class on Sunday, and one of my dance dads used to play for the Packers, and I had no idea. And so, you would think that I scheduled dance on Christmas Eve. She was like, "Oh my gosh, isn't that Super Bowl Sunday?" I'm like, "Yes, but this class is at 12. You'll be home in time."
Early class, yeah.
Yeah, we're not having class at 7:00.
Even the pregame doesn't really. The pregame starts around 1 or 2, but I don't really turn it on until 3-ish. I'll kind of start turning the pregame on to get get in the mood a little bit.
Yeah, I was like, I'm sorry, y'all. We have competition next weekend. This is all we have left. So
where's the competition next weekend?
Branson, Missouri.
Okay.
Branson. I hate Branson, Missouri.
All right, let's make our picks. It's the Seahawks are a 4.5-point favorite, Caroline, over the New England Patriots. What do you think? You won last week, so you get to go first.
I'll go with the Patriots. I have no idea.
All right, Caroline taking the upset, taking the Patriots in the 4.5. Greg, what do you think?
I'll take the Seahawks.
I haven't decided what I'm doing yet. I think the Seahawks are winning the game. I think
it's been a good game.
They're
all sneaky good.
Yeah, I think I want the Patriots to win. I like the quarterback, Drake May. I like the coach, Mike Vrabel. Thought he kind of got a raw deal in Nashville when he was with the Tennesseans. With the Texans, what they're called. Titans, not Texans. Not
Titans,
Texans.
Titans. The artistly formerly known as the Houston Oilers.
Yeah. So I think I'm for New England the more I think about it, but to say that if New England were to lose by 21 points, that I would lose less than half a second of sleep over it would be an understatement. I hope it's a fun game. I hope it's a good game.
I kind of like the bet, the special teams touchdown bet. I feel like there'll be a special team touchdown bet.
All right, let's talk some food real quick. We've been brought to you by LB's for the last 6 years, including this one, obviously. Greg, what do you got planned food-wise for Super Bowl Sunday?
The sky's the limit when you own the meat market, I guess. You get hit up and you're like, hey, what do you recommend? I'm like, man, I like sliders. I'm a slider guy. I like wings. I've got a lot of people that like the jalapeno poppers and the duck poppers. The stuffed mushrooms are really good. You can order a whole beef tenderloin and just, smoke it and slice it. And that's really good slider meat. So I've got the sky's the limit on the options that, I can bring to a Super Bowl party. I just kind of just do special requests and, kind of just place an order. So I've got a friend that loves the stuffed mushrooms with the cream cheese and ribeye. And he's like, can you get your mom to do like 2 dozen? I'm like, sure. As long as you let me know, my mom can get it taken care of. So the jalapeno poppers and the stuffed mushrooms are really a fan favorite for most of these Super Bowl parties.
Caroline?
I feel like I've not had like a good Super Bowl meal since high school. Since I lived at home.
Yeah.
I usually just, like last year, I feel like we just had like Rotel and chicken nugget. Well, no, it was a Sunday, so not chicken nuggets from Chick-fil-A. We probably had like frozen chicken nuggets that we heated up. Nothing crazy. My dream meal would be like good wings, cheese dip. I don't know.
Yeah, my sister's she says cook the chicken jalapeno and puts it with the Rotel cheese is really good.
Oh yeah. So to me, Super Bowl is three things. It's wings,
Mm-hmm.
it's nachos, and it's
Mm-hmm.
dip. Preferably a really dressed up Rotel. Because look,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, we all love a good Rotel, right? But the Super Bowl is supposed to be super Rotel. Rotel's like, hey, some people are coming over. Let's just throw something in a crock pot real quick. This is more, let's make this memorable, where you add different cheeses, you add some chicken jalapeno sausage, you add some ground beef, you add stuff to the Rotel and make the Rotel stand up a little bit more. I think for me, it's more nachos and wings, though. That's my nachos, wings.
Hands-on things, like stuff that you can get your hands on,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you can't be like walking around like, not trying to get your hands dirty, you got to get in on those nachos.
Yeah.
Definitely get on those wings for sure.
Yeah, because it's you're wearing a football jersey or a sweatshirt or whatever. You're not. This is not a dressed up holiday. This is not. This is American red, white, and blue. Roll your sleeves up. Get your hands dirty. Sunday night snacking.
Mm-hmm.
To me,
yeah, I saw a breadless Italian sub where it's just like they didn't use the bread; they just did meat, lettuce, tomato, meat, and cheese, and they just layered it out, and they just put it on a platter, and you just made your own sandwich with it.
Oh wow! You could
I
chop.
don't know. I'm a big Italian sub guy.
Yeah, you could chop all that up and make a dip of it, even.
For sure.
Yeah, you can put it in the oven. Anything else before we close her down for the season? We've had year 6 of this show, Greg. Can you imagine? I always tell people this. People are like, how did that show start? I'm like, this was a product of COVID. COVID came.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look up all the seasons all the shows that didn't make 5 seasons and see how many shows we've beaten, because I mean, like, that's a big accomplishment.
It's outside of our morning show. It's the longest running show on the network. It's made 6 seasons. Yeah, we started this in 2020. I remember it vividly. It was August of 2020. And we had just found out that they were going to give the season a go, and there was going to be no access in person, obviously. It was Lane Kiffin's first year at Ole Miss, so there was a lot of interest. And I remember thinking, well, let's just do a bunch of stuff on the live stream and see what happens. And I said to Greg, I said, hey, I have this thought. And back then it was Campbell, and she was teaching spin. Yeah. And I said, what do you think about a show where you and Campbell pick games? And Greg, to his everlasting credit, just said, let's do it.
Yeah, I kind of a go with the flow kind of guy, like and then what's crazy is like everybody knows me just strictly from this show, and then they're like, hey Greg, how you doing? I'm like, I'm just trying to think of like, and I'm like, oh, they probably, and then they're like, hey, we listen to the podcast and we love it, I'm like, yeah, I mean, we do kind of have fun with it because it's sports are a thing that we bring together as a family, that brings people together, and it's people need to realize that it's a game, and we're enjoying ourselves, and it brings us together into one place, and you can be any fan of any team regardless, and just realize what when you look around, like, man, I'm glad to be here, because I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Same thing, with you two guys. Like, I wouldn't know what to do on my Wednesday if I didn't, during football season, if I didn't, have a group message like, hey guys, like, y'all good with this? And I'm like, sure, and of course I forget sometimes.
You didn't forget, but like one time this whole season though, it started, we did it on Thursdays initially, and it was just like this perfect kind of in the college season, when the college season is going, which is the bulk of the year, we do it on Thursdays, or did it on Thursdays, because it was like a palate cleanser, because all week it's hardcore football. By the time you get to Thursday, you're like, okay, let's just have some fun, and this was that show that was just kind of a fun show. It has grown our female audience for sure. And it's been super successful. It's a lot of fun. I will have people sometimes go, why do y'all do that show? And I'm like, well, why would we not do it? It's just kind of fun. It doesn't take away anything from anything at MPW Digital. It's just a silly, fun little show. And
it kind of lets you know that we're all human.
And if Caroline gets this game right, she goes 25 games over 500, which I always tell people that's the lesson for you. If you think you're going to make money sports gambling, Caroline just went 24 games over 500. She doesn't watch football. You're not. Don't kid yourself. You're not.
Yeah, just imagine when tails hits. I'm literally going to go all the way on the Gatorade. I'm like, look, I'm just emptying out on the thing. She's like, why are we betting $100 on this guy? I'm like, because it's about to hit. So
there you go.
No,
all right,
it's fun. It's cool. It's cool to have the camaraderie, to enjoy. And like, I'm very thankful for Neal and Campbell and Caroline, because I feel like y'all are kind of my family away from my family, and it's always like I got to check in with my family on Wednesday. It's football season. Yeah. Got to do the podcast.
Yeah, well, we feel the same way about you, and I know a whole lot of people go to LB's and love it. Make sure that you stop by LB's. This weekend, every weekend, all the time, if you're coming into Oxford, if you're in Oxford, not just in football season. Great stuff there. A lot of seafood this week, Greg said. So go in, get your stuff for LB's, and make that a part of your weekend, your time in Oxford. If you live here, of course, make it a part of your routine grocery shopping. We do, so hope you do as well. Caroline, thanks for another fun season. That was a lot of fun. Congrats on your win. Thank
you. I'm excited. I'm going to go add it to my resume.
Yeah, we're going to do a thing on the tweet that, in the background, it says, coming back, for season 7.
Yeah.
Surely.
If y'all are in for season 7, I'm in for season 7. We'll do season 7 next year. And Caroline's got an official big girl job now, but we can make
it work.
We can make it work though, for sure. All right, so for Greg Jones, for Caroline McCready, I'm Neal McCready. That does it for this edition of and this season of The Butcher versus the Dance Instructor, presented by LB's Meat Market. Enjoy the Super Bowl, and we will talk to you again on this show next season. Until then, take care.